15 years ago, the University of Michigan was the birthplace of a beloved and unforgettable team. Yet in the rafters at Chrysler Arena, the banners that once celebrated those players' achievements have been taken down. At Michigan, it is as if the Fab Five never existed. Oh, but did they ever.
We just had a little flair, a little style.
People call us cocky, but we're a more confident team.
We figured, why don't they like us? How could you not like us? You know, and if you don't like us, we're going to make you like us.
I don't think we ever doubted ourselves from day one. And we knew if we stayed together, we could do anything we wanted to.
Brash, confident. We didn't use the word swagger back then, but we had a hell of a swagger.
The Fab Five: Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, Juwan Howard, Jimmy King, Ray Jackson, the most heralded recruiting class in college basketball history. 15 years ago, they changed the game.
Already, baby! Here they go, the Wolverines!
Arrogant in your face. Whoa, you can't jump up in Christian Laettner's face like that. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on?
It's kind of like the old versus the new. They worried me a little bit. I wouldn't say I was scared, but they worried me a little bit because they're freshmen and they were real loosey-goosey and out there having a good time.
The most culturally influential college basketball team of its era, the Fab Five brought a new style to hoops, starting with their shorts.
Hip-hop was coming into its own thing. We all loved hip-hop. We just wanted to have our own style.
We wanted to be comfortable. We don't like the tight shorts.
They look like girl shorts. I don't want to look like John Stockton or a ballerina.
From a comfortable standpoint, the baggy shorts helped a lot.
You go back and look when the Fab Five played, and you look at Arkansas shorts, ours pale by comparison. But we got all the credit and blame for bringing in the long shorts.
The Fab Five also added black socks, black shoes, and bald heads, influencing future NBA stars from top to bottom.
They were definitely the first people that I've seen wear black socks in the basketball game. It was something that nobody did, but it looked pretty stylish.
That was the first time cats was wearing long shorts. Everybody can relate to that, you know what I'm saying? Every time I got a pair, I was trying to, if my shorts wasn't long, I was pulling them down to make them long, you know what I'm saying?
Their playing style was pure street ball, eye-popping alley-oops, rim-rocking slams, smack-talking payback. Old school college hoops, it wasn't.
I don't want to comment on Michigan winning it at all. It might express a bigger problem that I have with Michigan.
You look at it right now and it's not a big deal. When you see an athlete with a tattoo, or you see an athlete talking trash on the court, or you see an athlete with a bald head. But back then it was a big deal. It was like, oh wow, look at these thugs, where did they come from?
To some, it seemed brash and immature, but to others, they exuded a youthful freshness that was exhilarating to be around.
I mean, it was hard sometimes to remember that they were 18 years old because they honestly thought they could beat everybody.
Yeah, we were cocky, we were brash. You have to be when you're a pioneer. When you're trying to kick the door down, you try to establish something for everybody else to follow.
In 1992, the Fab Five became the first all-freshman team to take the floor in a title game.
I would say our legacy is we were 5 freshmen that went to the national championship game and lost to a senior-laden Duke team.
We felt that we were more of a team. It wasn't 5 of us, it was 12 of us.
Good evening, people. What's up, baby? Y'all tuned in live to the locker room, man. We got a great evening of communication and talking and just doing what we do, man. We're going to talk about some community issues. We're going to talk about some sports-related things. We're going to talk about some financial issues, and we're going to talk about a few current events today. I'm going to let my man Bobby Mack introduce our first guest. We do have part 2 of Chris Houston coming up, but right now, we're going to get into the community, man, and this is special to my heart because these young men are like my sons. They've started their own clothing line, and they off and running and making it look good. They came through, and they blessed the game. You know, this is what changed the game. They came through with that Rebel Ray line, that quick addition, and representing me. This hometown love.
That's it.
This is what humbles a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't
Inside
really say how I really
desire.
feel about it. I can't express it in words.
Yeah.
But I love these young men.
Yeah.
So,
Appreciate it.
without more, I'm going to let Bobby Mack kick it in. And y'all know who my great dude is, the powerful young B Mack, also known as Worldwide. So we're here again for the special edition. Let me drop this nugget, though. Next week, stay tuned. We're coming back with Injustice Monday.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about this black-on-black crime. We're going to be talking about this police brutality. I got my man Nate Sanders coming in. His son was a victim of police brutality, death by an officer. I got my man Eton Thomas calling in from Washington, D.C. We're going to talk on some real issues and really make some stuff happen. But just wetting your lips for that. I got my boy B Mack, my guys from BMR, and they're going to get to it, man. Without more said, B Mack.
What's up? B Mac, Big Boy Made. We got BMR here.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's
So
up?
basically,
I love y'all.
what I'm
Love
saying
y'all.
is,
Love y'all.
on top of everything is,
Come on in, baby. Come on.
these boys
What's up,
here.
What's up,
We're gonna introduce them one by one. This is Love, Love, not Hate. These boys they got a story to tell, and we love it because they're young men in the community, and they are doing what you supposed to do when you out here doing what you're doing, man. And it's the main thing is it's positive. It's a positive outlook on the whole thing. They say we can't. We say we can.
We know we can.
So the whole thing about it is, I'm gonna start off straight off the muscle. Our first one, the face, but then we're gonna always talk about what's behind it. My man, Donald Dallas, go ahead.
What's up, man? You know, I'm Donald Dallas, BMR Dallas, man.
Yeah.
Got my brothers right here, co-partners, you know,
Shout out to Mom and
co-CEOs.
Pops for blessing us with a great seed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love
Yes.
y'all too.
Love
as
y'all,
well.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah,
man.
introduce yourself, fellas. Come on now.
I'm Braylon Cannon, to be exact. 1/3 BMR, creative design.
man,
Yo, I'm Ike Nash, 1/3 BMR. You know, networking. You know,
Okay.
on top of that.
okay, Don. I got a simple question.
Yeah.
Why clothing?
Man, I'm gonna tell you our clothing. We came back from college. We had all. It's crazy. We had all dropped out of college. I wouldn't even say dropped out because we did some successful things in college. So we all came home from college.
But you went to college.
And we went to college.
Okay.
We didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we knew we needed something residual. You feel me? So we knew we wasn't no barbers. Somebody always need a haircut. You know what I'm saying? We knew we wasn't good car salesmen. Somebody
Okay.
always need a car. And we knew we wasn't good cooks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But we knew we was creative in some type of way.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So we came up with clothing because we knew that somebody was going to always need clothes, and Nike then wasn't doing it for us.
Right.
So-
Right. Our own lane.
Right.
Add this in, because
Right.
I've been knowing y'all since y'all was babies. Tell
Yeah.
the world, man, you know, y'all always been fresh, though. Tell them
Yeah.
y'all always been fresh.
We
Let 'em
always
know
been
that.
in the fashion. We
Yeah.
always been ahead of the fashion game down here.
It's starting to
You
make
know what I'm
sense.
saying?
Yes.
So yeah, I had cousins in Cali, so they kind of
Man.
put me on like the fashion sense before Texas could really hop on it, because you know we was a little late on.
Okay,
you know, we
yeah,
a little
yeah,
country.
yeah, we behind, yeah,
a
a
little
little bit.
behind. But
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. So
Right.
yeah, they put me on fashion out there on the West Coast. So I kind of got a West Coast feel in our clothing line right now. That's why you see a lot of the West Coast swag, a lot of the
And-
West Coast
and-
feeling in our clothing line.
So if anything, creativeness, just being creative, right? Like you saying creative, like what sparked it? Like, who said what and said, say, bro, we got to work this together. We got to come together because we all, I ain't going to say think alike, but we all are creative. So who was like the main one just really pushing it, and then, you know, you come together on this? Like, what's the really aspect of it? Just
to be honest,
BMR, man. we was bud.
Speak for
itself. We was bud motivated, and we
Okay.
was always rebellious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, not necessarily
In a
hard
negative
headed,
way,
not necessarily in a negative way, but we was always wanted to do something different outside the box, outside the norm.
What's our slogan?
Our slogan, we rebellious to common moralities.
I love that, baby. I love that.
When we was coming up, well, now it's a little bit more at ease. When we was coming up, though, we was looked at negatively. You know what I'm saying? Smoking it was looked at negatively.
Right.
So we wanted to come up with an idea to change the aspect or the outlook of weed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we was like, we motivated by it.
Right.
You know, a lot of people think that it makes you lazy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that it's used a lot medically.
Because it's different.
It's
different
different,
categories for different, you know, situations,
Right.
stimulations.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
And
it ain't all what it is, right?
Yeah, like
you know what?
like you asked us why close earlier. The weed gave us the idea.
See?
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Sparking.
It's sparking.
But it's a multi-million-dollar bill, almost $1 billion industry.
Yeah,
now,
it is
bro.
$1 billion.
And at this time, and I know Chris touched on it, he gonna touch on it again later, man. A lot of people are getting into the hemp industry, and I don't see why our community shouldn't plug into it, since we come and we are the original hustlers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We the ones that made the game what it is, and
Right.
anyway,
Right.
when you take it back to my generation and the Snoop Dogs with the Chronic albums and all that, it's about time. Plus, we got kids and young men incarcerated behind BS penalties from marijuana that shouldn't be giving that time away.
Because
You
now the
understand?
state is open to it. But
Yeah.
he still got to serve his time. But the state is legal. You know what I mean? The state make it legal now, but he still got to serve his time for something that's legal now.
But see, these give opportunities. And go ahead and talk. This gives opportunities to my young men to do what they need to do.
Speaking of sports wise, like we can even bring it into the sports because we getting chemical based pain relievers, and it has a longer term effect on the athletes. The marijuana or the CBD, you know what I'm saying? You can take the THC out. The CBD can be way more helpful than the pain relievers that's given.
It is
very
way
true.
more
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's very true.
So
Yes.
that's
Yes.
another aspect that we can push forward.
Right.
But as far as like the Rebel Ray and how that came in with BMR,
Right.
man, of course, as far as everybody know, as you see in the beginning of the commercials and all that,
Right.
Ray Jackson, you know, he from hometown, the J from the city,
Right.
And we feel like he was the first rebellious athlete ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially speaking like during basketball when it was really uniform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So
Yeah,
they
true
changed
that.
they changed the look, you know what I'm saying? And they opened up the doors for the look, the basketball look today. So that's why that
So I mean, I'm
that's a mesh.
just, but I'm just saying, but I'm, but
you gonna
on,
make an old man cry.
but on the real though, I mean, you got black socks up here.
Had to. It was all
Because there's a story behind it.
Right.
Right.
And
And it's a story behind Rebel Ray.
Right. And as we did more research, the black sock became more special to us because it was
us.
It was presented to us that Ray came up with the idea to rock the black socks in the game. So
Yeah.
so
That's awesome.
so
Right.
we had to, you know, we got to give people their roses while they're alive.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? So that's a legend, you know what I'm saying? And we hope to
Yes,
do
I love
more
that.
things for more Austin legends like Chris.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and
right.
things of that nature.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we
and
looking forward.
so okay.
That's special, man. I love y'all boys. I
You-
can't say no more, but I love these young men.
Yeah.
Thank you, God, for these men.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Blessings
So-
on everything they do.
So on the real, I mean, we clothing line. You know what I'm saying? Intertwine. We gonna talk on some real. What about the support group? Like, how do y'all feel about it that I own? You know what I mean? It could be a little twisted. Like,
No, and what he's saying is, how has the support been from our own people? How are you feeling about that support? Because this is a community segment right now.
Yes.
And we're going to start changing the mindset of our people. Ain't no need of them tuning in for no cupcakes, bro.
You know,
this ain't Happy Meal talk, bro.
Of course, you have your casual haters or whatnot. But to be honest, like when we came up with the idea, we wasn't really looking. It wasn't an idea where we was looking for, income or satisfactory. It was for us, really.
Right.
We wanted to do something for us. If we had to give out the clothes for free, we would have did that. But
passion.
The support was so overwhelming. Man. We just decided to go ahead and push. So the city, salute to Austin, man, because the city really supporting us.
That's good.
And it's really taking us to another level.
Man, that's
you know
good.
What I'm saying?
Because people gotta understand this. Unity is taught. See, when I say taught, I mean your daddy. Everybody ain't got their pops. That's okay. But it's taught because it's in the spirit. Everything comes with the spirit inside of you. You understand what I mean? So, like my son, he see me buy roses for the wife. So what he gonna do?
Buy roses for his wife.
Right. So when you teach him that, he taught that, that's what he gonna do. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully what I'm saying is they see y'all doing it, y'all teaching them a little bit, just talking on it, and maybe they'll do it. Yeah. That's the whole thing. It's reach one, teach one. So if we reach many, we can reach plenty. Because it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Right.
So that's the whole thing. Everything gonna be rough. Everything at the beginning is hard. So at the end, you can make it look easy.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. So that's the whole that's the whole thing about it all. See, because you guys can make it look easy. You coming here, nice, dope, fresh, and then they're like, man. But these was all right here, came out of y'all minds and being creative, and like that means a lot that we can do what we want to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean there? You know what I'm saying? So my next question is this: where you want to go with it?
It's not just a clothing line, like you said. It's a movement.
Right.
It's man. You know what I'm saying? It's a progression. It's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to call it a game, but we do want to call it a game because that's how the people of our age or our generation gonna understand it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But we ain't out here pushing to shoot and kill people. We out here push knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And show people that anything is possible. You feel what I'm saying? Like you don't have to depend on the white man at all times. You know what I'm saying? We can get out here and do something.
That's heavy language.
That's heavy language right there.
Yeah.
I love
the crazy
that,
thing
though.
about it, man, like
I love it.
You know, we can relate to Nipsey Hussle's passing, like, but we really been on a marathon. You know what I'm saying? Like way before then.
And gonna continue.
And gonna continue it.
Okay.
And we're gonna continue the marathon. So
okay.
That's what we trying to push with this clothing. Just the clothing line is just a start.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we really want a brand.
So deep.
Let me give them a shout out. Let the people know about the website though, real quick.
BMRclothing.com, man. Y'all check that out. BMRclothing.com. It got everything up and coming on there. You can check us out on Instagram at Bud Motivated Rebels. That's what BMR stand for. Bud Motivated Rebels _. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So
go ahead, B.
How it make you feel? All three. All three. How it make you feel when somebody got it on though, and you see it?
The first time you saw somebody with it on.
You know what I mean? Like for real.
Anything y'all read.
Like unexpectedly.
Unexpectedly.
Like damn, people really just like our clothes enough just to be rocking it like every day. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime we step out, we see somebody with it on. We like, damn, they really like.
That's loud.
That's loud. Yeah.
Every time I see somebody wear it make me want to work even more. You know what I'm saying?
Motivation.
It's crazy because every time somebody buys something, they put it on instantly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know it's more than support. That's how you know
put
that
it on
really
just like when they get them joints.
You know
right? You want to make them feel like when they get the J's. I'm just saying.
Right. So one time, man, I think it was South by Southwest week, man. It was like 65 people out there with BMR on.
Come
man.
on,
They
bro.
looked it lovely. They looked it
But y'all
lovely.
utilizing the outlets that the city provides,
Mm.
and that's a blessing because we got people from everywhere, all over the world with the F1 South by Southwest and all that, man. The city be off the chain,
Yes.
and I'm glad y'all exploring them options and taking advantage of them situations. You know what I'm saying? Tell me how you feel the first time you saw somebody in it, man.
It feel good because it's like they say it's genuine. They wear it and it's genuine. Like
Yes.
it ain't like they too much just like supporting us. Really, they is, but like they wear it and buy it because like they really like
Wanna
it.
wear
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
Wanna wear it.
it's
Yes.
like, it's
Yeah.
it's
So
a real feeling.
so what you telling me is there is unity in the community.
We don't really feel no hate though.
Right.
It's
I
cool.
love that.
That's
Yes.
what
We like blocking like the bud, man.
Yeah.
It's the bud, man. We bud motivated. So we
Right,
don't really
right,
see
right.
none
So
of
you
that.
block a lot of it.
And a lot of the hate is ammunition.
It's fuel for real
It's
G's.
fuel though, like
For
putting
real
it in the
G's.
train and make it go even faster
But
and
really,
even more.
man, the hate don't exist because we already on a mission, man. Y'all already know the
like a
principles.
mob,
We already
man.
built on something, and we going somewhere without
Yes.
that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, already.
Yes.
And that's the thing I want
Yes.
to touch on, and that's what's important to me right now. Is when I
Right.
see y'all, I see what B Mac said. Unity. You know what I'm saying? I see three men playing their position and playing their role. And it takes a man being humble to do that. Humility is the greatest asset you can have in this world, to be real with you.
Yes.
And I see that, man. I'm extremely proud of y'all, man. We're gonna go into a commercial break in a minute. We're gonna come back. A little more BMR, a little Chris Houston, a lot of Chris Houston too. We got these fellas, we BMR, we still mixing it up. This stay show.
Yes.
Stay tuned, baby. We live and direct. Austin, Texas finest right here in the building at all times.
Like I told you, man, I don't know nothing about you in this circle. You can't help but stumble over somebody in this small circle in Austin.
Right.
I saw, man, one freaking huge. God, all the pictures, I was going through the pictures for the video, and it's just like pow, pow, pow. I'm like, dang, how long you been doing it?
For a long time, man. I caught interest when I was at LBJ, and I didn't like working there.
Right.
I went off of my talent, and I went off of me and Reggie. We were competition with each other, with nobody else on the team. Me and Reggie was in competition with each other. I bet you I get more sacks than you. I bet you I get more tackles than you. So we just locking in, and he won some games, and I did too. But you know what I mean. So when I got into the whole nine of working out was when I got out of school. I started hitting the gym real hard and heavy, and after the workouts, I was like, man, I'm looking at myself. I'm like, I like this right here, but if I like it, they gonna love it. So I kept on going, and I would go back all the time, and I just kept, and it got addicted, and I got pushed in. My mind was like, you going to the gym? It didn't matter, and I worked construction. Even after work, I went to the gym.
You spent the whole day, and you still
and I still would go. So
That's why
how
they
much.
call working out kind of like going to church.
Yeah. So and I call the same thing with faith. You ain't gonna have it if you don't use it. If you can't believe it, you'll never achieve nothing.
Right.
You gotta work on it. But in the whole sense of that, God give people that mustard seed. You gotta use it. Because a mustard seed is the smallest seed. It's halfer than a real seed. But it grows the strongest tree.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you learn something.
Rewind that.
Tell them again.
Okay, so people don't realize this, but in the Bible, when they say, Psalms 23, the tree is by the river. It's a mustard seed tree. Any tree that flows, any tree that got flow with water next to it, gonna always grow.
Yeah, like them trees in the swamp.
They always,
They
they'll
ain't
never
got no
die.
ground on them, but
They'll
they
never
still
die.
standing tall,
They'll
right?
never die because it's
Hurricane
water.
come through, they
it's
still not
water. You
standing.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You may bend, you may break. You bend, you can go forward, backwards, but you never break. So the whole thing about it is, that's how faith is. If you really think about it. It's like, me personally, like I told you, I don't know if I told you, but I'm going to tell you again, is I don't believe it. I don't see it and believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it before I see it.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I have to. My
You have to
vision.
see it
That's
first
why.
before you can even achieve
That's
it.
why me and him is vision 2. Vision, 2 eyes, production. 2 men united. So you gotta understand, when God brought us together, I'm not gonna even lie to you. He brought us together a long time ago in high school. And we would ride and go get eat because he had the Honda Accord, and we would go to all the places and eat, get brown bags, chicken, listen to Above the Law. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so we bond, you know what I mean? And now it's like, for real, I ain't gonna lie, it's like we've been married.
Right.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Because in a marriage, the only way out is what? Death or divorce.
Well, it's only
But you know what I mean, though, right? You feel me?
Right.
So we don't even think like that, bro.
Right.
He throws stuff at me, I throw it at him. He say, "Me, you might not like me for this, but I'ma sit." I already know it's gonna be a twist. Whenever he say, "You might not like me for this," it's a twist in there. So you gotta, but his mind is if you can't understand Ray Jack, then you don't. I don't even say you need to hang around him, because he'll never give you all of him in one. You got it. If you ever want to know somebody, Kevin, in anything you want to do in life, guess what you got to do? Stay close to him.
True statement.
Yeah, we back, baby. Nice little break. Everybody watch their mouth out. We back on with my BMR guys, man. They back to kick a little more game. My man Chris came through with the boudin and sausage, man.
Sky Kitchen.
I'm telling you, Sky Kitchen coming through with the boudin. You know? So it's been a blessing, really, man. We got people coming together in the community, man. We supporting businesses, organizations, and we growing. We're going to preach this unity, and we're going to drive that home as long as God give us breath, man. It ain't no other way to do it, man. Right now, we're going to talk a little bit about B-Mac, what you feeling with this food and how you got the young men, what you want. Well, you actually want to talk a little bit about the business some more.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the business.
Let's get it. We just going to clear the hit. For the people who just came on, share this. Share it. Put it out there. I want everybody to see this. All the youngsters. I want y'all to understand. So share this post, share this video, keep sharing it for the love. We got questions, and this is what it is.
This man came down with that boudin.
I just did. So share. Okay, now, D, my man, what was the process? What is the process? What it take to make, man? What it take to make, for real? I mean, what it take to make BMR? Clothing line, design, and to put it out there so people see what y'all looking at on visual.
If you ain't,
go ahead.
If you ain't got the money, time.
A lot of time.
I'm
gonna tell you like this: we just blessed enough to be a part of Generation X, the technology era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you put your mind to something, you gonna eventually find a way. You know, on how to do it. So what we did, we figured out how to make vectors from YouTube.
I like that, man.
We studied YouTube and the software to make the vector files. And once we figured out how to make vector files,
it clicked.
That's how we started.
And so when y'all designing, is it all three minds come together, or is it hey man, I got this idea, let's chop it up, let's smoke a bud, let's get this stuff together so it all come to fruition so everybody can see what it's basically when I got y'all clothing on, this is y'all vision, man. So I got it on. You know what I'm saying? And so how take me through that. Take me through that.
Man, the collaboration sometimes is unexplainable. You know what I'm saying? Because what I lack, he pick up. What he lack, he pick up. You know what I'm saying?
Specifics, though.
Yes.
What do you think your strength is within the company? Because that's part of what we're trying to get everybody to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Successful teams, you have people that play their position. Maximize your strength. Your teammates cover your weakness, but you play and give everything you got and play as hard as you can. Utilize your strength. What's your strength within the company and the brand?
I'm like the team captain, like the vocal leader, like the marketing genius.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Bro,
Okay.
right here, the one that know what
Common
moves
sense.
to take.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Which way to move? How should we move?
That's
nice,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
And bro, so creative with the designs, it's ridiculous.
For
You
real.
know what I'm saying? So most of our designs really come from his brand.
That's
Man,
what the
that's what they need. That's
they
what
wanna hear.
that's what I and so when it's topped out, yay or nay, you like, hey man, this look good. Let's so
We don't.
he come with the design, he come with the, and then you come with the marketing. So it's like a trifecta.
Right.
It's like a 3 being made by Curry. You know what I mean? Or any other 3 hitter. But what I'm saying is it come together, basket in, and that's what it is.
And
we'll
to-
talk with hooping, pass it 3 times before you shoot it.
Say that again.
Pass it 3 times before you shoot it, so it's gonna come.
And we
through
don't
you,
sugarcoat
come
with
through
each
him,
other.
Come
Yeah,
through it,
that's
then
what that's like.
That's the
All
most
right,
important.
yeah.
Right to it. Go ahead.
That's the most important part. Like, we don't sugarcoat with each other. You know what
Man.
I'm saying? If we feel some type of way about something, we let each other know. That don't just do with the designs. That's on like what you putting into the business and everything.
Okay.
We keep all our feelings to the side. You know what I'm saying? Because
Man.
at the end of the day, we was brothers before this business. You know what I'm saying?
So ego at the door.
at the door. It gotta be.
Ego at the door. You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
how much to make y'all switch though? 10 million a piece. Y'all, you turning on your partner? What?
We wrote it down.
Uh-uh.
The crazy thing about it, we wrote it down.
No.
Money
We
wrote
wrote
it
it
down.
down.
Money
Say it
can't buy
again.
us.
There we
Money
go.
can't buy us.
Money
Yeah.
can't buy
Everybody that
loyalty
really
to
know
each
it,
other.
they
Man.
know.
Hold on.
So we-
First replay of the game.
Flat.
I want y'all to hear this because
Man,
they
that's
said it
100,
lightly,
man.
but I need y'all to stand on this, man.
Man.
Money don't what?
Money
Say
can't
that
buy.
again.
Money can't buy us.
Loyalty
Yeah.
to each other.
Man.
Y'all stand on that and men
Stand
that
on
remember the
that.
world hearing this
Yes.
too now.
Stand on that.
You know, they
Stand
like
on
to
that.
throw stuff up in our face
You
when
can
we
go
fake
back
and
10.
shake.
They
You can
know
go
that
back
though,
10
like,
years
there you go.
They
and look
know
at
it,
pictures on
though, like-
Facebook. You gonna see us together.
Same thing.
That's what I'm
10
doing.
years
Before
later,
being
you gonna see us
more.
on.
We've been doing it. We've been doing it. Years. We had our trials and triumphs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had our
We
testing
always
times.
Right.
But we made it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's when we knew that we was riding for each other.
So-
something inevitable is
Yeah,
gonna happen.
that's
It's
right.
supposed to happen.
Say it again.
And something inevitable is gonna happen and it's supposed to happen.
Man, that's loud right there. So, my thing is this. At a certain period of time, people are not going to pay you for your time. They're going to pay you for your value. Your value is going to be where it's at. Your time is going to be what you're doing, but they're going to pay you for what you are doing. You understand what you get what I'm saying? So value is everything. Value brings this brand and it brings it and it's like a poof, you know what I mean? So your time is good. But one thing about time is it's not recyclable. You can't ask for more. Man, I give people, man, if we had more time. No. No. But I like what y'all doing. So I want y'all to look at value. Y'all all bringing value to BMR. So whenever y'all do what y'all gonna do, and y'all gonna do it, remember that's what the people gonna want, the value of what y'all doing, man. And that's the real thing about it all, is value. Because y'all all bringing it, man.
So with that being said, man, you know, I like to stretch it a little bit further. How do y'all see y'all brand, your movement impacting the community? Like, are you looking to have shops in the community, clothing stores? I know everything is going
or
online.
can help it.
Yeah, I mean, what are y'all?
Buy
Are you
other stuff.
BMR going into real estate? Are y'all waiting for things to go legal in the state of Texas and we start putting out the oil? What, I mean, what's the
Like you
move?
said, it's crazy that y'all asking these questions.
Yeah.
Because everything is foreseen, everything is written down, everything is
Yes.
jotted down. Like you say, we've been on this marathon stuff.
Right.
So within the next 2 months, we actually plan on getting a storefront.
Right.
You know, with that storefront, like we say, we don't want it to just be clothes. We want it to be a total brand.
Yes.
Rebellious brand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we got more stuff coming in the works. We got our hands in the music industry.
Right.
We definitely gonna get in real estate,
Yes.
and we definitely gonna try to, you know, talk to some people, network with some people, maybe about getting some dispensaries and stuff. You know, like Chris already got the smoke shop.
Right, right.
It's really all, you know.
Yeah.
It's all meshing together. Like,
yeah.
If the city really, if the city really want to rock, man, we could really rock. You know what I'm saying?
We
Like,
just gotta stand united and stand behind each
man,
other.
because people used to trash us, bro.
Yeah,
like black people will never support black
real.
people here in Austin.
Yeah.
And that's
And
been
like
a
you
lot.
say, we ain't never seen that.
Man,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
it can be foreign.
It can.
You know what I mean?
It
I mean,
can.
because
and we want to be the empires. You know what I'm saying? Or we can be the empires to do that.
right.
You know?
I love that right there, man. That's
Why
very
not?
that's important. That's very important, D. I
love
love
it,
it. I love the whole. I just love it all, man. So it's letting us know. It's letting us know right now. It's not. It's not the fact that we aim low and hit.
This one worldwide get out there on y'all.
People got to understand what these young men are doing, man. They gonna open the door to a whole bunch of new avenues, and it's not just one as you see. It's 3, and you know what come in 3s, man. You know what I'm saying? So all they gonna keep is what they gonna keep, and that's just being real, man. Love, no hate. It's coming right at you. These boys being more. We got Dow. We got these. This is real to me. I love it because we got clothing brand out here, and it's not just we going to Polo.
Nah.
You because I wanted to let them know on that. You know what I mean? Polo. Have you ever been to a Polo event?
These brands don't even care. At the end of the day.
Oh, you know
The
what I'm
brands
saying?
don't even care about you. They
Thank
really
you.
spitting in our face. You know what I'm saying? So why not?
They
You
know
know what I'm
content
saying?
is
Yeah.
blatant.
And there's room for everybody. We got so many clothing brands out here in Austin, man. Ain't no reason you shouldn't be supporting your city right now.
Exactly.
Everybody to eat, man.
Yes.
And we got quality right now on the table, man.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Yes.
It is quality business being done out here in Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas by minorities. Our young black men and women are doing great things out here. So we're gonna continue to support and build that. I hate to step away from that business, man. I'm a jock all the time. We in the locker room. I gotta tell y'all about Lil Dallas slightly. He played with my AAU team back in the game, so he originally a rising star. You understand? He original Black Sox, so this ain't new. One of the coldest point guards in the state of Texas coming through high school. The last time my school went to the Irwin Center, Lil D took us there. You understand what I'm saying? So this means a whole lot to me, man, about seeing this movement move in a whole different direction, man. God is great. But with that being said, who you picking to win this NBA Finals, partner? Let's talk some hoop. What you trying to do with that?
I cannot go against the light-skinned brothers. I can't do it. I'll be able to put my money.
Anybody in
Put my money.
that?
Anybody.
But I'm telling you, but look, man, that Greek freak is something special out there.
Yeah,
Ain't
true.
nobody gonna I watched him handle him one time this year though. In Golden State, I want to say it was
That's
a game
true.
where Greek handled him. So
That's true, but when you play that, when you actually play the game, you got a different understanding of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And me and you know, experience plays a big role,
Major
especially you.
A major
You know
role.
what I'm saying?
ain't been there.
Major
So,
role.
yeah.
But see, that's one of the things why I love the youth movement and y'all being young men and jumping in the game, because we came through at 17, 18 years old. I hit Michigan at 17, 18 and didn't feel nothing.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I knew we was built for that.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So I just think the Greek freak has the potential to not feel nothing, man. You know, he done been in the East getting beat up by LeBron. Who is it after LeBron?
But do his teammates feel that
They
same way?
do, man. I like that point guard out there, man. I really like
But
that.
Greek freak is
Bledsoe.
definitely
I like
hungry.
Bledsoe.
He
He
gonna get
mean.
his.
He mean.
Yeah, he gonna get his. He gonna get his, man. And certain people
So
gonna
who
get
you
theirs.
feeling over there? You got Golden State too? Smart money
Ooh,
on
he
you?
rolling with his boy.
I don't really want to see them, you know. I ain't
Straight
You
up.
tired of Golden State?
Yeah.
How you feeling over
I'm
here?
a real, but I'm always go against the grain.
Yeah,
Instagram.
no doubt.
I
No
want
doubt.
to see Dame do something really, but we gotta come with it.
Yeah.
do, man, and I really respect Dame. I got a lot of respect. I wouldn't mind seeing Dame get there. A few years back, Dame sponsored my little fellas, my AAU team. We was Adidas out.
Yeah.
We had Dame Lillard shoes. He brought us to the Hard Rock Cafe in
Shout out
in
Dame.
Vegas.
Shout
Dudes had a concert
Yes.
with James Harden.
Man.
Photos they uploaded somewhere, but I love real dudes, man. As you can see, the table is full of them. So we're going to keep going, man. And we're going to bring Chris Houston up here in a minute, man. But one thing before we go, man. One thing before we move forward, man, with this group right here. What do you want your impact to be? Say God call us home right now. What do y'all want BMR to represent for a lifetime? How do you want mama, kids? You got babies, y'all got youngs. How do you want that to be held to a high level after? What does this represent?
As far as impacting people younger than us, because you know they really don't see people owning or having their own stuff. Well, as far as black people, every other race has their own store or food supply. We don't have none of that. So once we could get in the system and having that, then I feel like things would be way more better for our people. Like we say, it's for us.
For me, it's like the Footprint. You know that old school song that don't never get old that you can play right now and it's still jam.
Still a classic.
That's how I want our brand to be for the future. So,
awesome.
Yeah, that's what we pushing forward to.
I just want like, you know what I'm saying, kind of like a combination of both. I just want it to be like a life, you know what I'm saying, be brought on like as a lifestyle more, you know what I'm saying. We got clothes, but like clothes was just like an outlet, you know what I'm saying.
That's what we push
the
about.
expand our
It's the starter.
creativity, But yeah, like self-owned stuff, you know what I'm saying. Like we gotta bring that back, especially with, you know what I'm saying, with our people, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because
we think we always
I love that. I love that because you gotta understand this. We spend billions of dollars on other people's stuff.
Right.
Right?
We the number one spender. We can
billions of dollars. But what about when we do it to ourselves?
Recycle that.
And recycle it.
How many times that dollar go circulating in the black community?
It's gone.
It might not make one swipe.
It might not, yeah.
As soon as you get it, you spending it with somebody else.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because you know why? It's the spirit and it's not taught.
I love it, B.
The spirit is everything. But it go back to the son. When I buy the roses for mama,
son gonna learn.
You see what I mean? So so if you're not teaching and you ain't reaching, then you're not doing nothing. Right. If somebody call you in a day or you talking to somebody and you ain't giving them nothing with knowledge, you ain't living. You ain't giving.
You ain't giving.
You see what I'm saying? Because the key to living is giving.
Yeah, it's the only key.
You see what I'm saying? So we and just being in front of y'all right here, it's about giving. Mad cause I'm not, and mad cause you got that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not about that. It's about giving. Now don't get me wrong, man. You can't come up on my man's store talking about, man, y'all talking about giving, man. Hold on. It got that recycle got to kick in. You know what I'm saying?
Different type of give.
And the one thing I hate the most is, man, don't buy nothing from me and ask for a discount.
Right.
Let me give it.
Yeah.
You right? Because you can't go to them. You can't go to them clothing stores and ask for one.
And like with us, we do everything from scratch. So from the material.
Boy, you ain't gonna get nothing off. I'm just saying. Right.
You ain't gonna get this nowhere else. So
yes.
So we gonna come back, man. After halftime, take a quick break, man, and we're gonna make it happen, man.
We appreciate y'all.
Nah, man, y'all here for the night. Tell the people where they can find y'all.
And one more time, man, on Instagram at Bud Motivated Rebels with an underscore at the end on Instagram, and you can catch us on bmrclothing.com. You can also catch the up and coming releases on my crazy page on Facebook.
Yeah, he live with
it. He live with it too.
So,
I love it though.
But we got the Rebel Ray out now, man. If you support Austin, man. Rebel Ray.
Yeah, supporting Ray, man. Rebel Ray, baby.
Black socks.
Yes.
But everything is big. The whole fit, and they got fits, man. Only thing I'm gonna ask y'all, man, give me a collar shirt. I'm an OG. Collar shirt.
I got something special for you. I got something special, especially for the season coming up. We got something special.
We're gonna revisit this too later after halftime about the financial aspect too, man, because we can't keep coming to our brothers and sisters asking for discounts, because those that are in the community, they're already doing community service. They're already throwing back. So let's invest in those that are investing in us.
Yes.
We're gonna take this halftime break, man. Y'all stay tuned. The Locker Room, baby, live and direct. You ain't never seen nothing like this ever.
Woo. Eat.
New city, new streets. 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 Used to be mine all the time. Now he's out of town and we out of time. New city, new streets. When he's smoking opportunities, yeah, yeah. I'ma let him try to forget me. Oh, I know everywhere he look it be some new thing. I'm alright with moving on. I get to swimming in my memory every now and then, recalling what it used to be. I was all that he wanted and all on his mind. Used to be I could make him come alive. Used to be only us and that was life. Checking every intersection that you pull upon. Yeah, the crowd full of faces, but I know all your favorite places. I know everywhere you look it be some new thing. I'm alright with moving on, but I get to swimming in my memory every now and then, recalling what it used to be, yeah. I know you think about it sometimes, something that you'll never find in any city, any streets. You got some new possibilities, yeah. But you remember what it used to be. I was all that he wanted and all on his mind. Used to be I could make him come alive. Used to be only us and that was life. New streets, like he don't even miss me. Like he don't even miss me, yeah. Whoa, whoa, he's in a new city, new streets. I'm in my melody, and you know we got that history. Cause I'm the only one that can make him come alive.
Say, man, we back, and now it's getting live, man. I mean, I wouldn't feel good about myself. I couldn't look myself in the mirror if I didn't bring Mr. 4-3 back, man. I mean, the response that I got from the people and being able to hear this man's voice and just being able to touch him and see him and hear him was tremendous, man. I love our city. They've been waiting for Chris Houston. And Chris Houston is a real individual, man. He's a special dude, man, and we value his presence so much that we brought him back for part 2, man. I know he got a busy schedule, and this is why I love him, because they making time for us. And he's so unselfish. He say, man, everybody on camera together. The unity big, man. We're going to keep pushing that. But we're going to get into it, Chris, instantly right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let Bobby Mack Worldwide ask the questions, and we're going to keep moving forward. How y'all feeling?
Okay. First off, put your questions in. Ask him. Shoot, right now. He here? Some we missed last week or week before that. He here. Ask him. I want these youngsters to understand how this game is, what it's all about. This is unity. Okay? So my man Chris right here, he ready. All I need is the questions. So bring the questions.
Let me start off with one question, Chris. And this is the thing. I told y'all after halftime we're going to come back and jump into some financial issues. Because I'm big on not cheating yourself. You know, having scholarships and having discounts for people. But at the same time, pay for my value. You understand? Invest in me, because I'm going to continue to invest in the community. And not to veer off from that. You were able, and your life has been on the big screen for a while. At what point financially do you start telling close friends and family no?
When the game stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, your checks don't come in like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know what you got and like where you want to go with it. You know, and especially when you start having kids.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got kids and you taking money out of my daughter's mouth.
Right.
So I don't roll like that.
How long did it take for you to really actually get to that point, Chris? Because we all say that, and I want you to. Did you deal with some hardships? Did you end some relationships? Did some people get mad at you? Was it people that understood?
I mean,
Talk to me.
I mean, of course, you're gonna end some relationships, but you know, if they there for the money and they end, I mean, they weren't supposed to be there in the beginning.
Right.
So you just see who the real is. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So if they get mad because you tell them no and they ain't never done nothing for you in your life, and you tell them no and you ain't never seen them before,
right?
And they go their separate ways, that mean they weren't supposed to be in your life in the first place.
Right.
So that's how I value it, just show who the real is.
And see, that's the thing. When touching on that, man, I'm trying to get people to understand, and kind of touching on what Bobby said. You can't be somebody that always drains somebody. You got to be somebody that pours in. Even if you think somebody is successful or you seen success, they still need people to pour into them and fill them back up. And we can't keep draining our legends. You understand what I'm saying? Don't nobody really want to talk about that. We can't keep expecting them to do everything. And I'm not saying Chris, because there's other guys around here that are very successful. We can't keep asking them just to throw their money. Go to them guys and ask them for their time. When you get their time, then you're going to start seeing lives change. But back on the financial issue, at what point do we get to where we start teaching our people how to fish and not come with their hand out? You understand what I'm saying? Because we're not doing that as a people, and that's the narrative they try to write about our story. We see a lot of people grinding on their own, but at what point do the people that make it really reach back and start teaching and telling our people how to be successful? Because you had that and you do that. Go ahead.
We gotta start early, and we gotta start like with their age now, because you know what I'm saying. Before us, like my age group didn't get that. You know what I'm saying. So now we understanding it, so now they can give it to their kids, and it can start younger now. Because I think like just say like I went to the league, I didn't have a bunch of educated people in my family to have an education to understand like, okay, I got this business over here, and come with a business plan towards me and say, all right, this business plan, this is what I need from A to Z. This is how much I'm going to need for material supplies. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm going to be able to pay, but they don't understand that, you know, that format.
That process.
So I think if we have more educated people in our family, then we can keep it circulating in our family. So it just go back to us teaching our education and teaching our youth that to go to school and learn how to be whatever you want to be, so that if somebody make it, then you can put money back into you, and then you can feed your family from that instead of coming to ask me for money. You can have your own business.
Build a brand and not ask you, because at some point you're held accountable to give back knowledge. At some point, there's no reason for God to send you through certain things for you not to throw back. But take advantage of the advice that the man is giving you. You understand? That's the part that I need people to start understanding. Chris Houston didn't do this overnight. It wasn't easy. Be ready to go through the process, trust the knowledge that he's giving you, and weather the hard times until you see the light. You understand? Grind for that. You understand? It ain't no handouts to the empire we trying to build, man. We got to grind and keep our nose to the grind until we see the light, man. And it ain't no other way. We can't look for handouts. All we need to do is look to the side of us and see somebody else that's grinding just as hard as us, and then we gonna be successful.
So you're looking at it like this, right? We got the champ.
Yes.
And we got these young men.
Yes.
So basically, they say if you give a man something, you feed him for that one day. But if you teach him, he eat for a lifetime. So it's not about just giving, you know what I mean? It's about teaching. You know what I mean? You give a man a fish, he eat for that one day. You teach him how to fish, he eat forever. You see what I mean? So, and that goes for family members. I can't keep correcting your mistakes because I got it. But you hear what I said? I got it. I work for it, I got it. I don't mind showing you love. But you can't keep making the same mistakes, expecting something different. That's insanity. You see what I mean? So that point is when do you stop? Like, okay, when do I stop, man? You know, I'm just saying, you can't keep having kids and then expect for me to take care of all of them. You see what I mean? So it's a point of, I know I got it, but when does it stop? Like when you say, look, this is not gonna happen no more. When does it stop, Chris?
That's when it stopped.
Man.
And then you just gotta people just gotta understand, but then you don't really have that problem once you put your foot down. You know what I'm saying? You can be there for times that call when it's necessary to be there. You know what I'm saying? But if, like you said, if you keep giving them to them, then they become lazy. So how they gonna ever learn? You know what I'm saying? So
because it's already in the format, ain't it, Chris?
A grown man should want to get out there and get his own. Man, you know, I ain't never had nobody give me nothing. Hold on.
Oh man,
we start the second half with the red flag.
He already threw it.
You know, ain't nobody.
A grown man should what?
Always want to get out there and get his own. Man, ain't nobody never came and gave me nothing.
I can't wait to worldwide talk about this beta, man. This alpha, man. He's so ready to slam them about that. But we ain't I love it. I can't wait for it. So, man, we just talking real talk, man, because we got these issues, and off the camera we talk about these things, and I want the world to hear us communicate about these things. Next thing I want to kind of touch on, next thing I want to touch on too is, and I'm just hitting the paper because I'm touching you. I love you. I feel like your presence is real. How do we start pooling our resources? Do you see some young men? And I know y'all, it's a beautiful thing. I saw you in Dallas over there chopping it up about some real business stuff. How do we start getting these men to understand that we need to pool our resources in order to really get what we want? We gotta put our finances, because actually we don't have much, but we do once we utilize it and put it together and recycle it. We got a mound. You understand what I'm saying? We can change the world here. But at what point do we start, and why I say this is, when do we start being trustworthy with the money and allowing somebody to take over the money and trusting them?
That comes with growth.
How do we get to that point? Chime in, y'all in this, y'all businessman.
Go
ahead.
I want to listen to his answer, because that's the problem that it's not a problem.
You gotta get somebody educated,
but it's growth.
You gotta get somebody educated who done already dealt with that type of that type of money. You know what I'm saying? That you can have other people that vouch for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just go off of anybody. You gotta have somebody specifically for that, like a team. Like you said, you got a
like
point
LeBron
guard.
did. I see you putting the team together. LeBron got his team together. So that's what you're saying.
Guard. You got a forward. You know, he do this specifically. You know what I'm saying? You do this to your abilities specifically. So you gotta find those people that specifically do that and put them in position, and that's how teamwork.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta find somebody who went to school for that, finance or whatever, and you gotta see have they work with a company or somebody of that nature in your area, and then you just see if they want to be in that position.
Now, do we start, and this is the thing, because I love the youth, man. Do we start educating people for those roles and trying to figure out what their talents and gifts are, and putting them in position educational systems to where they can grow, whether it be in finance, whether it be in human resources, whether it be in what have you?
Of course.
Is that the move now that we trying to do with our brands and business? Because we gotta help the youth. We gotta give them resources. As y'all all know, we were public school educated. The system is failing us right now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I know when I came to the J, we had home economics. I could come in there and smell a fresh cake.
Yeah.
They don't even have home ec for our kids. So that's the thing that I'm on right now. We gotta create some resources financially, pool our resources and give these kids, whether it's after school programs, our own schools,
Tutoring,
you understand?
Math tutoring.
We got to pool our resources to start doing something powerful and allowing people to tap into their real talents and gifts. You understand? So, what role do you think you play in that? In building a investment group, because I look at teams like the Atlanta Hawks. I saw what Grant Hill's investment group about that. That wasn't just Grant Hill. It was a group of people that worked together to make that happen.
Yeah, I'm an outside the box thinker, so the way that I try to get things going may be a little different, you know, from how people, you know, may portray or see it being successful. But like you said, if we keep trying the same thing over and over, it's insanity. You know what I'm saying?
Because to piggyback off of that, because we got poor thinking skills. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And you looking at, so if you come up and I'm poor thinking, I'm mad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, Donald, hey man, can you help me? Because I'm not want to be like you. I'm my own man. But what made you do what's escalating you and your team? Show me something or talk to me. And we don't have it. We don't. Right. That's what sometimes the unity it divides right there. We don't want to break bread sometimes on certain things that can empower our mind and ourselves. You see, in our community, it's easy to get mad at Chris Hughes. It's easy, even though he good cat. It's easy because, but the thing about it is, he made it in the league. Anybody can. See, that's the first thing that happened. But who was there with him early in the morning when he was running with his speed? You not there. You're not there, dude. So that's where we lose a lot.
And education about self too. When I say self, I mean about education about race. Because when you learn about yourself, you'll be able to learn how to manipulate through the universe. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So when I say that I study our people, the way that people you only gonna get the best out of black people specifically if we give incentives. So I'm coming up with creative ways to figure out a way that everybody can gain or get some sense of gain.
Okay.
And then that way everybody can provide or do their part in the community.
Yeah. So, and making them feel like they important.
Right.
That's the main thing.
Right.
What we gotta realize is don't feel dumb, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody had a start. That's why I always say, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You know what I mean? Because that start is real, man. I mean, everybody don't want it. Everybody want the house when it's already built, but they don't say it's pretty when it's getting built. You know what I mean? Because they see the inside of it. So what we got to do is keep empowering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Each other as one and come as one. You know what I mean? And that's where we can fall at a lot of times.
And I remember you asking like, what can BMR bring to the table as far as like society? That's what we doing. We giving them a sense of owning something. We're giving them a sense of pride. You know what I'm saying? They can rock BMR and be like, yeah, my homeboy make that.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So that's where it is, and then
yes, sir.
It's a trickle down effect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Chris, you here again? Same LOVE. People had questions. We got any out?
Yeah, we got one.
Share this video. Share this video.
And it's on the business. It's on the business tip, and I want to know what are the first thing you should do to start a business. That really apply to all of y'all.
Man.
Have that paperwork right. Yeah.
Say it again.
Have that paperwork right.
Okay.
Like
Meaning
lawyers,
specifics.
DBAs,
LLCs.
LLCs.
You know?
Separate a different business account.
Yeah, like your bank accounts and stuff.
So tell me this too.
Yeah.
Are y'all willing, with people reaching out, are y'all willing to instruct and mentor people on this process? Are y'all doors open to grow people?
Of
Now, I
course.
ain't expecting y'all to give them all the game, because we just talked about them grinding and getting it.
Yeah.
But people do need mentors, and Chris touched on that last.
Of course, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, understanding black people as well, too.
Yeah.
A lot of us, like you say, come wanting to get the handout. Like, we ain't gonna give you no handout.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta come, we know, like, you get a sense of understanding of who really want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That type of person.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain how
Right.
we did it though, too.
Yeah.
Because
So I had a.
So back to that. Finish that, and then because B gonna come with it.
Well, I just had something that I wanted to put out there so people wouldn't waste my time. You know, hey B Mag, how can you help me do this? And it can go for all of us. I mean, how can you help me do this and all of this? And you give them a book to read, and you see how fast they're gonna bring it back.
Right.
You see how bad they want it.
Right.
You see how hungry they for it. You read this now, cause I read it. Now let's talk about it. You see what I mean? Instead of wasting my time, what the book say? Instead of wasting my time, I give you a book, you don't give it back to me in a month, you don't want to know nothing. I get a book, you bring it back to me in a couple of days, you want to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about what they want to do too. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I don't have me give you knowledge, bro.
Don't waste your time.
Don't waste my time, because I'm going to give you knowledge that you ain't going to get in college.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So let's be real with it. You know, let's be real about when you come to us about something that we want to share with you. Don't waste our time, bro.
Right.
For real, on some real.
And me and him, we seen he tagged us in a video like last week, and the dude was basically saying like, I shouldn't be motivating you to do nothing. If anything, I should be telling you to do, hey, youngin, slow down. Hey, take your time. Know
If
what
I
I'm
gotta
saying?
tell you to do something that you want to do,
Your dream. Like,
that
Man.
ain't
to get up and go to here to practice, and you want to be in the NFL, then you don't really want to be there.
You don't want to be on it.
Yeah, you gotta,
So it falls in the place of self.
What you want.
What you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could say I want you there, but you got to say I need to be there as well. You know what I mean? Because it falls in the place of you just needing what you got to want it bad as I do, basically, or more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be things, man. People got to understand this, man. It take a team to do what the things that these young men doing and Chris Houston doing. It take a team, man, and teamwork make the dream work.
Oh, for real.
You see what I'm saying? You know, you got to understand, this is a relationship. He down, he down, he down. He down, he got other people down. We got to lift them up and keep them lifted up in the spirit, man. Because it's real out here, and it's no game. You know what I mean? We got to understand that, man, take it one day at a time. Take it one day at a time.
Yeah. We're going to go into the fourth quarter, but I'm drinking this wine. I'm so
Fourth
excited,
quarter.
man. I just get happy
Throw up
about
the four.
I get happy about the unity, y'all. I
Throw
can
up
sit
the
back
four,
and just
baby,
chill
yeah.
when I got these men that speak that knowledge,
Man.
man. I love them. We're going to the fourth. We'll see y'all shortly. man, for man, you know, like we was taught as athletes and as track runners for sure, basketball players, football players, we finished strong in the fourth. So we're gonna get into some more things, a couple more topics, man, and I want to talk something that's near and dear to my heart, man, and we're gonna really talk about the health issues, man, because I just saw something on the news.
Share this video.
You know what I'm saying, the other day. Are we down? I'm still live, though. I'm good, right?
Still talking.
Yeah, that's
They
what
can't see nothing.
They don't need to see. We got this podcast real quick.
Little
All right,
pause.
we coming back.
It looked like we still could see a little bit. It froze a little
All right,
bit.
there it is. We back on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, well, we want to talk. I want to talk about health, man, and fitness. You know, and I got worldwide, man. He cold, man. I got some things I want him to touch on, but I got a couple guys up there that are going vegan. I know it didn't take. Chris couldn't eat triple cheeseburgers all night to get where he was going, so I kind of want to touch on regiments and health and what are you putting in your body that helps your mind, even if it's the hemp or the CBD. Talk to me about what drives you and what fuels you. What gives you the energy? What are you putting in your body right now that has changed in your education-wise since you was younger?
Well, a lot of my people, a lot of my family had died, early, young age of cancer.
Right.
And as I did more research, meat was the main cause of creating pus in your body. You know what I'm saying? So, I just decided to go vegetarian, and it made me more energetic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm pushing towards going vegan, but that's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, that's a lot more difficult.
But it's
to
not.
Wifey, she got us eating right.
Yeah, it's not because none of the animals or nothing like that. It's just because like I say, it's the main producer of pus in your body.
Right.
Your temple. Why you want to put that dirty stuff in your temple?
Your temple, you got to keep your temple
Yeah,
clean.
because the food clear your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if it clear your mind, it clear your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You clear your spirit, here come the vision, here come the ideas, and here come everything else that you are looking for in life. You nothing against the boys who cook the way they cook. I never talk down on y'all. You know what I'm saying? But when you put the plant base in you, everything changes for you. And it's for you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that we call it 0-30. What is 0-30? 0-30 is after 6:30, no zero carbs. You need to go to bed on a clear mind. That's when God come to you with the vision, because your body is at rest. Red meat, a lot of people love it. Steaks, hamburgers, all that sauce. Let me tell you what red meat do to you. When you eat red meat and you go to bed, your heart is still pumping as if you awake. There ain't no rest period. It's still pumping. A lot of these boys dying in their sleep. Heart attacks. We're not doing certain things. We're eating wrong. But you are the one who's saying, I love my family.
There you go.
I love her.
There you go.
This is why I'm here, because of them. But then you go choke down the brisket, the double meat with cheese. Make sure y'all add bacon. But you love your family.
I love that, man.
But you love your family. I call BS on that. I call My number is 512-589-6406. Call me anytime. I'm telling y'all now, red meat will have you tired when you get up.
Oh, that's facts.
Say it again.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Red meat will have you tired because the red meat is your body is made to break down. It's made to break down, right, Chris? Yeah. If you can't break it down, it's steady pumping. It's steady pumping. It's steady working. So when you get up, you're like, man, I'm tired. Why am I so tired? Because you gotta understand something. Your body been working as if you didn't even lay down on the bed. And so when you wake up, you're tired. You didn't do some sugar, you tired, and now you out of there. Okay? You can't perform like you want to.
in the bed, all that.
The whole nine. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's keep it real. If you mad at me, call me later. I'm just saying. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. Why? Because you got to understand this. We kiss our kids before we go to work. When you're a family man and you're married, you got a good wife, you got a good family, we kiss our kids. But if you keep eating the way you eating, your kids gonna be kissing you.
I love it, baby. I love it. That's true.
So what's your eating regimen?
Yeah, tell me
what's
this.
your eating regimen,
When
Chris?
you were ready to show your results, what was the habit that you had to kick the most? What was the hardest thing for you to kick out your diet, bro?
I just stopped eating meat at all,
Man.
and just started like eating more fish and everything. Once I started understanding,
that's the factuals.
Like
Giving y'all the
how we was
factuals.
being fed, you know, and
Man.
what I was eating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How hard it is for the body to break down meat. So I just changed to fish. Man, I don't eat no dairy products, no cheese, no nothing. I eat so simple. Like I'm just used to it every day, Monday through Friday. I eat probably the same thing every day.
Repetition brings reputation.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How was your turn when you went straight? And I know you want to eat some fish, or if you on that, if you're not or whatever. But what was the hardest part for real? Or was it hard? It might not have been. You could think about a loved one and be like, "This ain't hard. I don't want to go through it." Or if it was hard, say it was hard.
It was hard, but once you stop at cold turkey, like, and once you start figuring out your regimen, you know what I'm saying. And shout out to the mother of my child too. She helped me transfer. Like, cause she was going hard in the kitchen, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Dope vegetarian meals. I'm talking about full vegan meals too. So yeah, shout out to her. So she made it a little bit more easy for me. A lot more other people, it might be a little bit more difficult. But other than that,
it's a battle of the mind, though, really. Right?
Yeah, it's a battle of the mind, really.
Right.
Like I said, I just kept thinking about my family and them dying of cancer, and then my homeboy, you know, R.I.P. Brandon Schoaf. You know what I'm saying? He before we even got to 30. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so I was like, nah, I can't. I don't want to be that dude that's 30 years old with cancer.
Because you got a lot more to live for.
Right.
And you want to see what these young men are saying is you want to see the daughter married. You want to play with them. But you can't play with them when you got monitors on you. Nobody want to hear that. Nobody don't want to hear that. Nobody don't want to hear that. See, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. And now it's pointed at you. Because of what? I love my family. Who? You love who? How? Show me. People got to understand in this world, man. The world was here before you. And it's going to be here after you. For all you boys who keep eating and y'all ain't going to pay attention to this, I'm sorry. Maybe this is not for you. Maybe you don't want to listen to it. But don't say you ain't never been told. That's just how we coming at you. I told you I step on toes. Yeah. And we don't understand. Like I said, you got the phone number. I done wrote it out to you. And if you want to email me, I can give you that too. So it's just a message, man. And the thing about it is, I love a lot of people, man. And I just want to see people grow. Don't shortchange your life. Because for the certain thing about all of this, if you take shortcuts, you're going to get cut short.
I love it, B. Hey, man, and if you know better, do better, man. We changing our eating habits for the benefit of our families, our culture, our people, our generations to come. We got to eat different, man. You understand what I'm saying? So, Chris Houston, this is what I really want to talk about, too, in this segment, man. I want to talk about Lazy Days a little bit. Let the people know about your business and what you're doing with that, my brother.
I didn't bring nothing today because it's much more retail, but it's just a CBD dispensary, and we carry more like CBD drops for elderly people who maybe suffer from anxiety, or some people suffer from epilepsy. We have people who come in there for their children who are hyper, and they buy certain milligrams of what we have. Then some people come in there for their pets, if their pets is hyper, we have things for dogs of that nature. And then Yeah, so that's where I'm at with it.
Location,
right now.
talk to
No,
me,
it's
tell them
I'm
everything.
located out south off Mansack, 5330 Mansack Road.
Yeah.
Right across from it's Austin Community College out there, and that's why I'm at Suite A and B, and we also have self-serving coffee, where you can come in and self-serve yourself and put CD off in your coffee.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
And we got
Everybody
any
bud
questions?
motivated, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got any
see?
questions, Al?
And we will have BMR clothing in there.
Man, that's A1.
That's the connection, man.
See?
Working.
Look at this.
That's unity in the community.
What's the question now?
First question speaks to that. What's the best way to market your business in your own city?
Yeah.
Best way, yeah. Networking.
Yeah.
You gotta get out and do that footwork.
That's how we did it, man. The best thing to do is talk to anybody of the experience. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's been there. Talk to your elders, listen to your elders. That's what I had a hard time doing growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's 100 though. You admit that.
Yeah.
Because network, throw your net, let it work.
Yeah.
Network is your best work.
It's your best work. There you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You got another question?
What's what?
for him?
Yeah.
I love y'all support, man, and the great questions that y'all
Thank you.
throwing out there.
Thank you
Thank
so
y'all
much.
for sharing.
Keep sharing this video.
Continue to share,
Just keep
baby.
sharing.
Yeah.
While we waiting,
You know, popularity too.
Popularity?
Yeah, a lot of people don't think that's key.
Yeah.
But you gotta. I mean, sometimes you gotta do stuff to make yourself popular.
Exactly.
It's if you want to sell a certain product.
Right.
If you want to brand yourself a certain way. If you want to
Okay.
market yourself a certain way.
Right.
Like Facebook. Like I was telling them, I was like, Facebook can be the Black Wall Street if we use it right.
If you use it right. That's A1.
Can we find somebody that help create our own social media site?
Man,
Now, we need our,
that'd be
we
fire.
can't take down the Farrakhan. That Farrakhan fire talk sometimes.
That'd be
man. I
fire.
love them people, man. I got some powerful
speaking
dudes
some
that's
real
part of
talk.
the
You
nation.
speaking
some Yeah.
Powerful
No
people.
cap, yeah.
What the
We can't
question?
let nobody dictate what we view
What question
and
you
what
got,
we see,
Al?
homie. You understand?
Be Mac. A lot of people want to hear you speak to physical regimen and day-to-day healthy practices.
Oh.
Let's go to it, B. Worldwide.
Wake up in the morning. Egg whites. No yolk. Cholesterol for the blacks. It shoots up. It's higher. We got more salt in us. We are we're the salt of the earth.
There you go.
So we don't need more. So how do we do it? With sugar. Okay. Now, it depends on what you are trying to do with your body. How is it more important than you? B-Mac, egg whites in the morning, then we can knock it off. I'm gonna be real with y'all since y'all listening. If you don't like chicken breast and you're trying to work into it, cook dog meat chicken. Add it with the chicken breast. Sooner or later, you'll pull out of the dog meat and go all white. It's just combining so you can understand the texture. You know one is juicier than the other, but the other one that's dry is better. If you on that chicken, okay? If you own that. If you're gonna eat red meat, you're gonna have to pay for it. 96.4. Make sure it's lean. Don't cook it all away. You done cooked all the protein out of it. It's doing you no good.
Of the meat. What meat is good? The deer
The,
meat.
the
talk
best meat to eat, which we don't get to see because they got it out there all around us and not in us, in our community at the HEBs, is deer meat. Elk, all of that. But certain people, I don't want to eat that. But you eat a cow. Could that cow produce milk? But he eat from a plant. But he eat from a plant. So pig. Come on, man. So we gotta change a lot. You understand what I'm saying? That's the hardest thing for us to do because life without change is death.
So what your lunch look like after you do the egg?
The lunch, I'm knocking down 2 shakes. I'm knocking down a shake, straight up. And we're gonna make that shake here. We're gonna make it here. It's just got to do with greens, lemon, pineapple, and the avocado. We're gonna make the shake. Everybody will drink it, and it's good for you. And it's a cleanser. And I got it at home. It's in the refrigerator. You drink this thing 4 times a day. If you're gonna eat meat, just straight meat, no carbs. That plant base is giving you because the plant base that come with it, it got kale and super spinach in it. So it's giving you all the greens that you need for that day. The avocado is the fat, the good fat. The pineapple is what goes through the system and through your intestines and clean out. So you need all of this. 5 cups of water, you spin it all up, drink it 4 times a day. You kill the sugar. Once you kill, people gotta understand this. Once you kill the sugar right here, your life gonna change. So we gotta understand this. The main thing is eating clean, so we can stay lean, mentally, physically. You know what I mean? A lot of us eat sugar before we go to bed. Drink that shake. Lay down. Drink water. Go to sleep. It's right here. What happens is this. Your mind is the master and your body is the servant. You keep playing with your body, it's going to become the master and your mind going to be the servant.
Facts.
And that's the whole thing about it all. The body going to say, oh, you think I bet you I win. Go get it. That's why Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, everybody lines wrapped around. Got you. It's mental. And he gonna take you out one by one. It don't matter. That's just what it is.
That's dope. That was dope.
I love that say, man.
I'm gonna get it. I'm telling you right now.
Mac gonna put it. He gonna put it down live in front of y'all so y'all can see it.
Yeah,
man.
I'm gonna
See
put it on the show.
believing. He gonna give y'all all that, man. This is just the beginning of worldwide. Go ahead, Chris.
What would you give them advice about getting outside and working out or getting their body moving?
Okay.
What would you tell them about that?
Now, this is how you do it.
We're going into overtime, y'all. This that specialness right here.
This
Specialness.
is how we do it. When you were young, you was a baby. You didn't start running before you start walking. You crawled. You crawl, you walk, you run, then you jump. We always want to put the horse in front of the carriage. But no. First, you got to learn how to eat before you work out. We are taught one thing at a time. And you got to master that thing first before you move to the next. Get that down, and then that comes with it. Eating is 89% of how you look. I'm just saying. Boy, I'm just saying. So here it is. You learn how to eat. You learn how to work out. And it all comes together as one, just like you are. Everybody got it inside of them. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand. Learn how to eat, then you learn how to work out. And when all that comes together, your mind is clear. And then you're open to ideas because you're eating things that are making you better, not bitter. Better.
Come. Red flag in overtime.
You gotta throw it up. You gotta bring that back. You gotta rewind that.
I like when they jump on the show and they know what it is.
They already know what.
Tell them again, big man. Drop it on them again.
Oh man, it's crazy, man. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, man, you do it to make you better, not bitter. It's all about that. Okay, so that's the bottom line, man. We got, listen, love yourself.
There you go.
Okay?
Self-knowledge.
Self-knowledge, self-love. You got to love yourself, man. Okay?
That's it. Hey, man, we're going to move on. I need you to shout out the brand. I need you to shout out where they can get at you with everything. Let them know what's going on. This y'all turn to shine.
You know what it is. BMR Clothing, man. Bud Motivated Rebels. You can catch us everywhere. You can catch us everywhere. Yeah. Get that Rebel Ray. You gotta get that Rebel Ray, man. If you're awesome, you gotta get that Rebel Ray.
It might not come out no more. That's exclusive.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, that's
This is
exclusive.
when a man is humbled, man. You know what I'm saying? This is my trophy, man. You understand?
That's it right there from the mud.
What God has put in me hadn't went in vain, man. I got these young men representing, standing on our shoulders. Well, what me and B Mac have done in the past, and they taking it to a whole nother level. That's the grace of God and the mercy of God to be able to still be here and see these young men where we planted seeds. They parents planted seeds. And that's another thing I need y'all to know too, world. They come from good stock. They got great people at home in their corners that have poured into them for years, man. So shout out to the parents and the families of these young gentlemen, these young kings. We moving in the right direction. As y'all see, we got Beard War. It's gonna be in Lazy Days. We got collaboration. We see unity and growth, man. We got Worldwide Bobby Mack giving y'all all the game in the world. He the most dangerous, man. And I sit here and just start listening to him. I get locked up, and I've been knowing him forever. I get locked up in this conversation, and I've been knowing him forever. So we thankful and we grateful for y'all tuning into the locker room next week. Next week, baby. Yes. We got Injustice Monday, man. I'm bringing my man Nate Sanders in. We're going to talk about these crimes and these situations we have and these problems we have with the police, man. And we're going to let y'all hear a real story of a man that lost his son in a tragic way.
R.I.P. Slick, man.
Slick. You already know, baby. Nate Sanders, I love y'all. We're going to have Eton Thomas, NBA player, activist. We're going to have him Skype in next week. Then after that, we bringing the ladies in, man. We're going to have a round table with the beautiful women, and they going to get to get their perspective. So stay tuned. We're going to keep it hot. We're not just doing the men. We're not locked in on the men. We in the community, the family. We're going to share our queens with y'all, too. We're going to let the queens speak and teach our ladies how to love a man and support a man the right way, but also lead at the same time. We ain't blocking nobody shine.
You ready me to close it?
It's your world.
When we reach one, we teach one. If we reach many, we gonna reach plenty. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Love y'all.
Love y'all. Till next week.
Man.
Say, man.
That was
love
dope.
you boys, man.
Ain't nothing like that.